What if I told you that every time you worry, you're trying to do God's job? The truth is, God never asked you to carry the weight of tomorrow. He asked you to trust Him today. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 couldn't be clearer. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. That's not a suggestion. That's a command. You can either pray or you can panic, worship or worry. But you can't do both. Here's what happens. The moment you let worship in through the front door, worry sneaks out the back. Every single time. So why does God tell us not to worry? Because worry is unreasonable. It's irrational. We obsess over things that won't even matter 5 years from now. How we look, what people think, whether we'll be late to a meeting. But God is calling you to live for what's eternal, not what's temporary. Worry is also unnatural. Look at the birds. They don't stress about rent or groceries, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Jesus said, "Aren't you more valuable than birds?" Of course you are. You were created in His image. If the flowers in the field are clothed more beautifully than King Solomon ever was, and they're here today, gone tomorrow, won't God take even better care of you? Worry isn't just unreasonable or unnatural. It's useless. It does nothing. It can't change your past. It can't control your future. All it does is steal your peace today. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, verse 27, "Can any one of you by worrying add a single hour to your life?" The answer is no. When I was a kid, I didn't stress about how my parents would meet my needs. I just told them what I needed. I didn't worry where the money would come from. That wasn't my job. That was theirs. Some of you are carrying stress that was never yours to begin with. You're trying to manage what God already promised to provide. That's not faith. That's control. Worry is a warning light that you've forgotten who God is, forgotten His goodness, forgotten His promises. But Matthew chapter 6 verse 30 says, "If God cares so wonderfully for the flowers, won't He surely care for you? You are not junk. You are not forgotten. You are valuable. Want proof? Look at the cross. That's how much He cares. That's how much you matter. If He handled your biggest problem, eternal salvation, why would He fail you in the smaller ones? You can trust Him with forever, but not your rent. You believe He saved your soul, but not that He'll provide a job, a spouse, or healing. Let's be honest, when we worry, we act like orphans. Like we don't have a Father who sees, who cares, and who promised over 3,000 times in His Word to meet our needs. Jesus said in John chapter 14 verse 1, "Don't be worried. Believe in God. Believe also in me." So how do you actually stop worrying? You do it by doing what King David did. You wake up every morning and say, "The Lord is my shepherd." You say it when you're afraid. You say it when you're unsure. You say it when the bills are due, when the doctor calls, when the door hasn't opened yet. "The Lord is my shepherd," over and over again, until fear breaks and faith rises. And then you give Jesus first place in every area of your life. Matthew chapter 6 verses 31 to 33 says, "Your heavenly Father already knows perfectly well what you need, and He will give it to you if you give Him first place in your life." That means if you are worrying about it, that's the very area you haven't surrendered yet. What you love most becomes what you stress over most. So love God first, and everything else will find its place. And when it comes to money, let's be real. No matter how much you have, you'll still worry if God's not in control. That's why Jesus says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 34, "Don't worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough trouble of its own." You're not called to carry the future all at once. God, in His mercy, broke it into 24-hour segments. Grace for today, manna for today, strength for today. So stop dragging tomorrow into today. Stop playing God and start trusting the one who knows the end from the beginning. Say it now and mean it. The Lord is my shepherd. If this message stirred something in your soul, don't scroll past it. Like, subscribe, and comment below with "No more worry. I trust my shepherd." So if you're ready to renew your mind and walk in power, subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your healing begins with Thynk. Your breakthrough starts now. Stay strong and keep the faith with Thynk.